Welcome back to Celeb Circle, where we spill all the tea on your favorite celebs. Today, we're diving into a story so wild it's gonna leave your jaw on the floor. Sean Kingston, yes, the beautiful girl's king himself, is making headlines in 2025, but not for a new banger. We're talking millions in his bank account, a shocking legal drama, and a fortune that's taken a serious hit. Is his net worth still poppin'? Or has his sentencing flipped his world upside down? Buckle up, because we're unpacking it all, plus some juicy details you didn't see coming. Hit that like button and let's get into it. Who is Sean Kingston? A throwback to his rise to fame. Alright, let's rewind the clock for a sec. If you're new to the Sean Kingston vibe, let me paint the picture. Born Kezian Paul Anderson in Miami, Florida, in 1990, this dude burst onto the scene in 2007 with his self-titled debut album. You couldn't escape Beautiful Girls. That summer it was everywhere. That smooth reggae pop vibe had us all singing, "Suicidal, suicidal. When you say it's over," sings dramatically. The song hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and at just 17, Sean was living the teenage dream, collaborating with heavyweights like T-Pain, Nicki Minaj, and even Justin Bieber later on. But let's talk about his roots. Sean's got that Jamaican-American flavor, with his mom's side hailing from Jamaica. Fun fact, his mom, Janice Turner, is a legend in her own right. She's got a wild story we'll touch on later. Growing up in Miami, Sean was surrounded by music, and by the time he was discovered on MySpace, MySpace, throwback alert, he was ready to take over. His first album sold over 1 million copies worldwide, and he followed it up with hits like Fire Burning and Eeny Meeny with JB. Now, here's a lesser-known gem. Did you know Sean was mentored by reggae icon Buju Banton? That's right, this kid was getting advice from one of Jamaica's biggest stars before he even dropped his first single. It's no wonder his music had that authentic island vibe. But fame at a young age is a double-edged sword. The money was rolling in, but so were the pressures, and some bad decisions that would haunt him later. So, how much was he worth at his peak? Let's dive into the numbers next. What do you think Sean's net worth was at his prime? Drop your guesses in the comments, I'm curious. Sean Kingston's net worth in 2025, what's the damage? Fast forward to 2025, and the question on everyone's mind is, how much is Sean Kingston worth today? Back in his glory days, estimates pegged his net worth at around $2 million to $3 million. Not bad for a kid from Miami, right? He was cashing checks from album sales, tours, and those sweet, sweet collabs. Plus, he had endorsement deals and even dipped his toes into acting with a guest spot on The Sweet Life on Deck. Remember that? Iconic. But here's where things get messy. Recent reports suggest Sean's net worth in 2025 is closer to $500,000. Yep, you heard that right. A massive drop. Now, before you gasp, let's break it down. That number comes from outlets like Celebrity Net Worth, which track these things like hawks. But why the huge dip? Well, Sean's been hit with a string of legal battles that have drained his wallet faster than you can say, eeny meeny. From lawsuits over unpaid jewelry to fraud allegations, his bank account's been taking LS left and right. Here's a wild anecdote for you. Back in 2011, Sean made headlines for allegedly failing to pay for a $42,000 watch. A jeweler claimed Sean took the bling and never paid up, leading to a lawsuit that painted him as a reckless spender. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. He's faced multiple claims of dodging payments for cars, jewelry, and even a TV worth over $80,000. Who needs an $80,000 TV? Apparently, Sean thought he did. So what's the vibe in 2025? Despite the setbacks, Sean's still got some assets. He's got properties in Miami and LA, though some reports say he's had to downsize. Plus, he's been teasing new music, which could bring in some cash if it slaps like his old hits. But the real question is, how much has his recent sentencing hurt his fortune? Let's get into the legal drama that's got everyone talking. Have you ever splurged on something ridiculous like a $42,000 watch? Spill the tea in the comments. What's the most extra thing you've bought? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Sean Kingston's legal troubles. In 2024, things took a turn when Sean and his mom, Janice Turner, were hit with fraud and theft charges. The allegations? They were accused of running a scheme to scam businesses out of over $1 million in goods. Think luxury cars, jewelry, and even furniture. The feds claimed they used fake documents to secure these items without paying. In early 2025, Sean faced sentencing, and the outcome was a shocker. According to reports, he was ordered to pay hefty fines and restitution, potentially in the hundreds of thousands. Some sources even hint at a short prison stint, though details are murky. Here's where it gets deep. These legal battles have hit Sean's finances hard. Legal fees alone can cost a fortune, think $50,000 to $100,000 just to keep lawyers on speed dial. Plus, the restitution payments are eating into whatever's left of his net worth. And let's not forget the PR nightmare. Brands aren't exactly lining up to work with someone tangled in fraud allegations, so those endorsement deals? Poof, gone. But here's a thought-provoking twist. Could this be a wake-up call for Sean? Some fans on X are speculating he might use this drama to fuel a comeback, maybe dropping a raw, introspective album about his struggles. Others aren't so optimistic, saying his reputation's taken too big a hit. What do you think? Can Sean bounce back, or is his career toast? Let's keep digging into how this connects to the bigger picture. Do you think legal troubles like this end careers? Or can celebs like Sean make a comeback? Drop your thoughts below. Sean's story isn't just about one guy messing up. It's a cautionary tale for celebs everywhere. Let's zoom out and look at how legal drama can tank a star's net worth. Take R. Kelly, for example. Back in the 90s, he was worth over $100 million, but after years of legal battles and convictions, his net worth is reportedly negative in 2025. Negative. That's what happens when you're hit with lawsuits, legal fees, and canceled deals. Or look at Tory Lanez. After his 2023 conviction in the Megan Thee Stallion case, his streaming numbers took a hit, and his ability to tour was basically non-existent. Sean's facing a similar vibe. His music might still get spins, but the money's not flowing like it used to. And here's a spicy connection. Remember when Sean collaborated with Justin Bieber? JB's had his own legal hiccups, but he's managed to keep his fortune intact, sitting pretty at over $300 million in 2025. Why? Better lawyers? Smarter PR? Or just plain luck? Here's a lesser-known fact. Celebs often rely on litigation financing to cover legal costs. Basically, they borrow money to pay lawyers, but it comes with crazy interest rates. If Sean's tapped into that, he could be in debt for years. And let's talk about his mom, Janice. She's been in the game before, so you'd think they'd know better, right? It makes you wonder, is this a pattern of bad decisions? Or are they victims of a system that targets flashy celebs? Why do so many young stars fall into these legal traps? Is it the pressure of fame, bad influences, or something else? Let's hear your theories. So, where does Sean go from here? The dude's only 35, so it's not like his story's over. He's been dropping hints on social media about new music, and if he plays his cards right, a comeback could be in the works. Imagine a track called Redemption, with that classic Sean Kingston vibe, reggae beats, catchy hooks, and a story of overcoming the odds. But the road ahead ain't easy. He's got to rebuild his rep, pay off those debts, and stay out of trouble. Some fans on X are rooting for him, saying he's got the talent to rise again. Others are skeptical, pointing out that the music industry's brutal, and today's fans are quick to cancel. Plus, with streaming platforms like Spotify paying artists pennies per play, he'll need a viral hit to make bank. Here's a wild idea. What if Sean leans into the drama? Maybe a reality show about his comeback journey, or a tell-all interview spilling the tea on his legal battles. It worked for folks like Paris Hilton, who turned her scandals into a brand. Or maybe he'll go the entrepreneurial route, think merch, NFTs, or even a clothing line. The possibilities are endless, but it's gonna take hustle. If you were Sean's manager, what would you tell him to do next? Drop your ideas in the comments, I'm dying to know. From his chart-topping days to a net worth nosedive and a sentencing saga, this story's got us all shook. What do you think? Can Sean make a comeback, or is his fortune done for? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this convo poppin'. If you love this deep dive, smash that like button. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the hottest celeb tea. We drop new vids every week, so stick around for more juicy updates. Share this video with your squad, and let's see who's Team Sean in 2025. Until next time, keep it real,